What's good, family? It's your boy Lantworker, it's your boy Nelson. We're back again, straight off the time you directly. You know what to do. Lock in, tune in, tap in, smash the like button. What's good, family? If you're new to this family, this is Living Waters on this channel. It's God's Counsel as a Lifestyle. So do all the press the subscribe button if you're starting for real. Press the like button if you're starting for truth. What's good, family? Tip you want to appreciate everyone rooting for this channel. Trust me, you're seeing your honor, you love. Everything you do is deeply appreciated, family. What's good? Thank you for being you. Hope you're winning. Hope we're slaying our goals, becoming our greatest version every single day, showing up to life as usual, unapologetically, becoming our greatest version, evolving. Real family, we'll be jumping straight into this one. Don't give in to your fears. Family, before we go into this one, if you've not actually pressed the subscribe button, do all the press the subscribe button, do all the press the like button. It costs you nothing. We're all vibing together. We're all on this together. Family, we need to press the like button. It costs you nothing. Just a thumbs up, family. Okay, fear can actually be a creeping emotion and it can actually cripple everything we got going on. Family, we need to understand this truth. Fear can actually defeat you even before trying. We need to understand this truth. It's actually emotional. It's actually an emotion, but it's actually also a spirit. God has not given us the spirit of fear, but of power, of love, and of sound mind. We need to understand this truth. Job said, "The things I greatly fear has come up upon me." Family, we need to understand this truth. What we consistently fear, when we give into our fear, we attract and draw into our reality that which we don't want. Family, we need to understand this truth. If we keep harboring fear into in our thoughts, we drag it, we manifest it into our reality. Family, what we are scared of, fear is actually false evidence appearing real. Okay, it can also means forget everything and run. Family, we need to understand this truth. Okay, sometimes we go through life circumstances, we get used to our darkness, and each time we evolve into light from darkness, we always fear the unknown. We always fear to do something new. Family, this is real. This is actually human tendency to actually fear the unknown, fear something which we've not tried before, which we've not done before. We need to understand this truth. Okay, it's okay to actually feel the emotion of fear, but it's not appropriate to give into your fear, become motivated by fear, become driven by fear. Okay, each time fear runs your life, it can only lead you downward. Family, we need to understand this truth. The enemy use fear as a tactic, use fear as a tool to actually intimidate us. Each time we give into our fear, we become an easily prey to the enemy. Family, we need to understand this truth. God admonishes us not to fear. He said, "Fear not." Okay, he said, "Be careful for nothing, be anxious for nothing, but in everything by prayer and supplication and thanksgiving, let your requests be made known unto God." Family, we need to understand the truth. It's on the peace that passes all understanding shall keep our hearts and our mind through Christ Jesus. Family, we need to understand the truth. Okay, the enemy used fear as a tactic since from day one. It has been the enemy's tactics to actually intimidate us, to actually cause us to throw in the towel. Family, we need to understand this truth. Fear will get you defeated even before trying. Maybe you're going through health complication. The natural tendency is to actually fear, and that is what the enemy requires from you, to actually fear, to actually give into your fear. And each time you give into your fear, the enemy use your fear against you. Okay, because the more you give into your fear, the more you give energy into that which you don't want. And when you give energy into that which you don't want, you manifest it into your reality. Family, this is real. This is actually deep, family. Until you give into your fear, the enemy has no foothold in your life. We need to understand this truth, family. Okay, when we refuse to give into our fear, we bet into our reality, that which we desire. But each time we give into our fear, we actually bet the enemy's desire, things we don't want. We actually manifest them into our life when we give into our fears. We need to understand this truth, family. Okay, when we keep evolving, when we keep metamorphosing, as I'm growing into new reality, there will arise occasion that will try to instill fear in us. Family, this is when we should muster courage. This is when we should muster faith. A wise man said, when fear knocks at the door, you need to send faith to actually check who is at the door, and you discover that there's nobody at the door. Family, we need to understand this truth. Many actually fear death. Why get scared of something which will actually happen? We need to understand this truth. Some of the basic fears are fear of ill health, fear of death, fear of loss of loved ones, fear of poverty, fear of criticism and rejection, fear of failure. Family, we need to understand this truth. Why give in to fear of death when you know death is inevitable? This is something that will definitely happen. A lot of people subjected themselves through the fear of death. Family, they've lived their life in bondage because of the fear of death. Not just fear, not just death itself, but but the fear of death. They've actually lived their life in bondage, family. We need to understand this truth. Why fear something which is inevitable? Death is part of life. We need to understand this truth. Death is actually the duality, the plurality of life, family, the two sides of life. We need to understand this truth. Okay, beside death is not the end of our reality. We need to understand this. We all go through transition. We all put off this bodily suit, which is the body, family. Even Jesus Christ exemplified this reality that death is not the end of our life, family. We need to understand this truth. Okay, family, we need to understand this truth. If you actually understand the story of rich man, Lazarus, and Abraham. The rich man saw Lazarus and Abraham in a different reality, while him is also in a different reality outside of the flesh, family. Death is not the end of our life. We need to embrace it as part of life. We need to embrace it as life. We need to embrace it as death, family. This is real. These are the two sides of it, family. This is the plurality of both sides, family. We can't escape anyone. Death is also life. Life is also death, family. We need to understand the truth. We only make transition. We only put out this our earth suit, family. We transit to different reality, family. We need to understand this truth. Okay, why giving to something that will definitely happen? We need to embrace it as part of life, family. This is real. Okay, when we do the things we fear, the death of fear is certain, family. When we do the things, when we act in fear, irrespective of having this emotion of fear, when we do the things we fear, the death of fear is certain. And lastly, fear is actually a spirit. And God has not given us the spirit of fear. He has given us the spirit of power, of love, and of sound mind, family. So each time we go through fear, each time we have this fear emotion, each time we are being triggered by fear, we need to know that this is not of God. We need to stand our ground. We need to stand on faith. We need to be courageous. We need to put on the whole armor of God and face our fear head on. Take the bull by the horn and do what we got to do, family. This is the message, family. Don't give in to your fear. Fear can cripple everything you got going on. Fear can defeat you even before you even try. We need to step out of faith. Whatever you got going on, you need to step out of fear. You need to step out of faith. I mean, family, this is real. This is key, family. Okay, even if you're trying to do something new, you need to go out and do it in faith, family. You need to understand this truth. There's nothing when a man is actually courageous, everyone gives way for you, family. You need to understand everything gives way for you. Don't give in to your fear. Fears have been the enemy's tactics from day one. Try to use fear to actually intimidate you. Okay, if you check the story of David and Goliath tried to use fear to actually intimidate David. These are the enemy's tactics. Each time you give into your fear, you manifest the enemy's desires into your reality, family. You give energy to that which you don't want. We need to stand our ground. We need to be courageous. We need to walk in faith, family, not just by what we see. Like I said, fear is false evidence appearing real, family. It might not even happen, but the more you keep consistently thinking about it, putting your mind into what you fear, you can manifest it into your reality. We manifest what we love, or we also manifest what we fear. This is real, family. We draw into our life that which we fear and that which we love. So, family, this is real. We need to stand our ground on faith, stand our ground with courage and do what we got to do, family. So this is the message. If it actually resonates with you, you need to do all to press the like button, do all to press the subscribe button, and also do all to put down your comment. It's a channel of free speech. Let your voice be heard. Peace and blessings, family.